Big fish, big numbers of fish, and big dreams about to be fulfilled at the Texas Billfish Open presented by No Rivals. Welcome everyone to Port Aransas, Texas. It's the fourth stop of 6 of our Gulf Adventure for 2026 and Sport Fishing Championship. It started on day 1 yesterday, leaving at 11 o'clock. And they fought till the end of the day, catching a couple of blue marlin just as the sun would set. And boy, we had some dramatic fish caught at the end of the day. A couple of blue marlin, in fact. 14 billfish in total on day number 1. We've almost equaled that total here on day number 2 already, and we're just getting started. These clubs will be jockeying for position all season long in the playoff hunt presented by Exotic. Here are the Gulf Division standings after 3 of 6 tournaments on the schedule. Top 2 teams qualify for the same grade championship playoffs in October. And as you see, the Blues just on the outside looking in. The home team, Texas Lone Stars, they're not in qualifying position yet. Neither are the Canyons and the Black Flags. They really need to turn it up here on day 2, this fourth stop of 6. Again, we're just now at the halfway point, and boy, it has been a furious end of day 1 and start of day 2. Welcome everyone watching on YouTube. I'm Robbie Floyd. He's Peter Miller. Make sure you thumbs up, you like, you subscribe, be a part of our YouTube program. Petey, we knew it would happen yesterday. We were on air for 3 hours. We had 2 total fish caught, and we said, okay. My Citizen Watch said it's time. As soon as we shut off, they turned on.
You know, the thing is, we saw a lot of bites. We saw a lot of people in the back of the cockpit pitching baits out. We saw a lot of things happening. So we knew that I was going to turn on. And sure enough, when we went off air, there were 14 fish caught after that till 8:18 p.m. last night. And today we already have 14 fish in the book. So it's been a fast and furious bite. You know, you've got to find the bait. You've got to find the spot to fish on day 1. Very, very important. And you've got to size your baits right. You know, if you get into an area where it's all sailfish and you're using big ballyhoo, you want to downsize. You want to get that slender profile in there so these sailfish can take it down. And think about a lot of sailfish and, of course, the whites mixed in, and they're also catching blues. So the fishing is going very well.
Things can happen in a hurry, and it did just that. You said 14. I'm like, yeah, we only was 13, and I look on there, and as the minute we came on air, another fish was caught. We expect to bring stuff to you live if we're watching here on YouTube, and again, at the top of the hour, we'll be on ESPN. And things are happening out there on the water. We're looking for big things. We caught up with the teams before the start of the second day.
Day 2 here in Texas, and we are looking for a bite. We got one white marlin yesterday, and just trying to figure it out, try different areas, see if we can find a population, find some bait, find some things we like to see, and but that's the name of the game right now. We're on the search, hoping for something good. We're on the prowl. Prowl.
Yesterday afternoon when we came out, it was super rough, and it was slow. And then we ended up catching a blue marlin in the afternoon, and then we caught one late in the afternoon, and that gave us hope. And then this morning we started fishing, and it got calmer. The weather's nice, and we marked a big group of fish this morning, and we caught a triple sail. We caught another one a little bit after that. Find a little bit of bait right now, and we're excited for the day. The sun's up and the weather's easier to fish, and we're excited for the whole day to continue on with the fishing tournament and catch more fish.
All right, so we had a decent start yesterday. We got into them. I think we only missed 1 fish. We ended up getting 1 white and I think 4 sails. And yeah, had a solid afternoon. Decided to make a move overnight. And this morning, the fish just were not there. A bunch of bait. We're getting eaten up by mahis. So we decided to go ahead and make another move. And we're in a new spot right now. Got good water. Sea conditions improved. We're optimistic about this afternoon.
No Rivals leaderboard looks like this. We talk about the action. What is it when you're wakeboarding or kneeboarding back in the day when the boat loops around? It's called a double up, right? You hit that big wave, it just comes out of nowhere. Well, Lone Stars, Lone Stars are doubled up right now. Look at that. They have cleared the field ×2.
That's pretty impressive. You know, that is their backyard, and they're expected to do that. And every time we expect someone to do it in their backyard, they don't. However, they did.
Backyard, front yard, yeah, they're looking really good. But look at the West Florida Black Flags. I said at the top that they need to turn it on at this event. They did just that. Yesterday, 5 o'clock hour, we were off air, and Donnie McMahon was on the fish.
You know, they had a lot of bites prior to this. Easy to feel dejected at the end of the day, 5 p.m. Donnie.
Yeah, we saw him get a little frustrated. He said, I'm going back in the cabin, you know, at that one particular time. We'd only had 2 catches up to this point, Renegades and Canyons, with a couple of sails.
See that low profile setup he's got there. Very small reel.
I think the Renegades might have had their second one before this one as well, but we saw a lot of bites yesterday, a lot of lookers yesterday, but not many catches. This would kind of get that ball rolling.
A ton of bites. Tons of fish on the sonar. You gotta love that about Marty. You know, he does it all. He's a coach, he's a teammate, he's a friend, he's a cook,
A chef.
Yeah, an artist.
Yeah.
He paints me like his little French models.
Just got, I believe, nominated to a Hall of Fame here this past week during our off time.
Saw that.
Hey, the thing about this fish, it was special, right? We saw sailfish out of the Renegades and Canyons. This is a white marlin. This is worth more than those sailfish. It's a 100-point fish here.
This is an important one to get. Sometimes it's all about 25 points, and that can make all the difference at the end of the day when it gets down to it. There's a lot of fish, and you've got to get that ratio, but you see the clearing that line out of the way. They're about to get the leader on this fish, it looks like to me. There it is.
Cam, our cameraman, getting the shots out there. A little pixelation. Again, they're out there in the Gulf of America, you know, taking care of business.
Got that high vis line.
Thank you. I love it.
Yep, we need that. Especially when you got multiples, you want to see which way every fish is going. When you use that smoke-colored line, live baiting, a lot of times you can't really see if you have multiples on, and it can be pretty tricky for the captain to determine which way to spin, especially when they go up forward.
So good to see Captain Danny Watts on the fish once again. Again, this has been a tough year for them this season. Trying to improve, had some of the electronics work. There's a qualified catch. They make that touch. I know they were working on making sure they had the electronics, the right equipment this year.
Alex Diaz on the leader. 100-point white marlin right there in the prop wash. Couple more jumps just for good measure. To the 360 cam. Probably pop off very soon there. Taking wraps on that leader.
This would be their first release of the tournament. The 3 prior tournaments, 9 total billfish caught. A blue, 5 whites, and 3 sails.
There it is. The unmistakable rounded tip of the dorsal.
I was going there. We see some graphics and we look at those. It's hard for some people to recognize the difference between a white and a blue. White's generally smaller, but got that pointy thingy.
Good job, guys. There you go, Donnie. Marty and Alex and the team, the entire team.
So we saw that
Black
frustration
flags.
out of Donnie yesterday when we were on air, but when we were off air, he was stoked. Looks like Cowboys might be hooked up.
They are hooked up.
And that's our boy
Ryan
BK.
Kelly, BK in the house. Make it your way. Have it your way.
Yeah, and while we were showing you that package, they had a release as well. I think even Lori McDowell, just before we went on air, released. So they're in a mess of them right now.
Okay. No, keep the line like that. I got it.
So again, you're going to be able to watch while we step aside and take a break. But you're watching the Gulf Coast Cowboys right now with a fish on. This is a team who's second place in our Gulf Division standings, and they're hoping to stay there when this one's done.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Jill. Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, day 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
To fish like the pros, you've got to look like the pros. Gear up with official Sport Fishing Championship apparel and represent your favorite angling club all year long, including the brand new No Rivals hats. The SFC Fan Shop, for the fans who live the sport. Scan the QR code and shop the latest gear today.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
There's yellow.
The Texas Billfish Open is sponsored by No Rivals, by Citizen, official timing partner of SFC, by One Water Yacht Group, and by Hook, official jersey and performance apparel partner of SFC. We're not looking at those lowlands. We're going to be looking out into the Gulf of America here in just a bit. We saw BK hooked up just a moment, but we wanted to welcome in to our show. Yeah, girl, looking good there, Chloe.
Howdy, Pard.
Howdy, guys. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing real good. I'm ready for today. Let me tell you.
Our
I like that hat.
East Texas girl looking good. You got a sweet hat on. I saw the boots as you were walking.
The boots. I mean, you know me, guys. I love a good theme. Any chance I get to accessorize, I'm going to do that.
Look at you. Yeah, we're taking a look at them now on camera, and I know you're walking around and showing them all. Looking good.
Very nice, very nice. Is that like a bedazzling of your own? Like you had a pair of boots and you did that? Or
quite the
can you buy
seamstress.
those in the stores right now on the
Oh,
gear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a total DIY project, guys. But, you know, like I said, I love a good theme. And, Peter, I can't help but notice you were missing something. And so, you know me, I love to accessorize.
Johnny No Cash?
Johnny No Cash.
Needs some cash.
So I got you this beautiful jacket.
Wow. That's,
Whoa.
Can you help me? You know, can you come
I
around the
sure
other side there?
can.
That is
I don't want to pop a button here, you know?
That's a cowboy tuxedo you've
Look
got
at the way
there,
she
my
just
Sure
friend.
manipulated
is.
my arm.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
I'm
There we
Miami
go.
Vice, and you've got the cowboy
Wow.
tuxedo looking. I like that.
Okay,
Good job.
okay.
Robbie,
Does it fit?
Peter,
Ma'am.
but
Yeah.
wait, there's more. I
Oh.
know that y'all are jealous of my lids,
It
so.
does look good. It does look good. Are you kidding me? Really?
What?
You did it. That is nice. And I see on the
Wow.
back, American Hat Company. That's who sponsored your hats.
Wow.
Exactly. Let's see how those look, guys.
How y'all doing? You know, I hardly ever. I wear hats
Wow.
a lot, and I hardly
Wow,
ever wear a
Chloe,
cowboy
thank you.
hat.
Of course.
I'm
I had
feeling
to.
Wow. we're really in Texas now.
There's
Yeah, look at that.
Officially in Texas. Pew pew.
one time a year, you can wear the straw hat till one holiday. Do you know what holiday that is?
Labor Day.
Labor Day, you make the change and go.
See,
he can
Hank
be
knows
full
that.
Johnny Cash then. Right?
yeah.
Wow, Chloe, look
Well,
at us.
You guys know it's social hour, right? I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
Speaking of being social, did y'all know that MySpace is making a comeback?
MySpace. No, I did not.
MySpace. And so I
have
actually,
AOL, so-
I went ahead and asked chat to generate some profiles. That way when it launches, y'all can be ready. And so,
Okay.
Robbie, we went ahead and made a profile for you.
no.
We'll take a look at that.
Oh,
look at
no.
that profile picture, that smirk, smize.
Yeah, my profile pictures, I see the Blue Sox there. Even the Rangers don't even play in that stadium anymore. But I was catching fish in the pond right outside of Major League Ballpark.
I am so confused.
And we couldn't forget about Peter Miller, and here's Peter's.
Oh, boy, wow, that's a lot of pictures on that one spot
Well,
there.
check that top 8.
You know where it's going on that left picture there?
You're private on that
one. A friend
one.
of mine called me. He goes, hey, Peter, you want to go to Missouri to the Bass Pro Shops opening of the Wonders of Wild? I said, sure. He goes, well, just don't say anything, but I got a private jet. I was like, what? So I'd never been on a private jet. That was my first time. That's why I looked so pleasantly surprised.
That's solid.
So,
were you even around during MySpace?
Oh, absolutely. Top 8 was War of the Friends. When you went to school and you weren't in someone's top 8, you knew that stuff was going down.
Whoa. We were speed dial. It was like, are you number 1 on the speed dial?
Yeah.
No, never was.
Hey, let's take a look back at the Gulf Coast Cowboys. When we went to break, we saw that they were hooked up. Let's follow up on that. Good to see BK back doing what he loves to do. I mean, this guy is a professional singer. He's an entertainer, and he loves fishing.
And played baseball in college.
Yeah.
Almost wanted to go pro.
Lefty pitcher. I need to get some of his hookups. My son, we've been traveling all summer. My kid probably threw about as hard as he did back then, too. It's amazing.
That rod back. Yeah. Go, Polly. That Polly, man. Yeah, back it up,
good to see BK still hitting the weight room. Brittany keeping him honest, Got to look good. You look good, you feel good.
I don't think they need to sail third. Oh, yeah, get those cameras in. He's running, let him run. Yep. Come on, be a fucking blue marlin. Be a blue, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I just saw that it looked like a sail.
So they didn't know.
Good, Brian. Nice. Yep.
And are these are the Marlin brothers, am I correct?
That's a blue marlin. No, that's a sail. I saw that. Yep, got it. Back up. There we go. Nah, one.
Nick on a leader trying to get that sail to jump. There it is. 75 points in the air.
Keep it coming up. Ball's going out. We're good.
Big sailfish guy over here. Big sailfish guy.
Here you go, Jordan, again.
One down, one more to go. Peter got to look back. Our instant replay. Mississippi Blues were hooked up as well. Adam Davidson, man, it happened in a flurry. Somebody
backing hard right now after that fish. That fish must be laying up on the surface, taking all that slack up as fast as he can, as fast as they can back. No water coming over the covering board. Stay nice and dry.
I've got my cowbell. This is like a dinner bell.
There you go. Can never have too much cowbell.
Bait, Don. Yeah, it was just bait.
I got a couple of those GoPros. Remember those?
Yep.
Snapperoos.
All right, get ready. Back up. Back up. Going. Ease him up. Whoa.
You're trying to get that verification under the water. That is a
friggin' dink. Good job, Adam.
Nothing wrong with a dink.
Perfect. Done. Good job, Adam. Hey, broke that up? Yeah.
Nice job. Nice release there. The 109 timestamp, 114 for the Cowboys. But again, back to back. And when you hear that dinner bell ring, and it usually lights up for the other team as well. So hopefully when we return for break, we'll see another live catch. We'll find out.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China.
Afghanistan.
Taliban.
They're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Port Aransas.
There's a reason why people fill truck beds. Try viral hacks. Find shade. Use outdoor fridges. Garage fridges. Freezers too. Oops. And there's a reason why our mountains turn blue when your beer is ready. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer. Coors Light. Cold as the Rockies.
help build the SFC All-Star teams, and you can vote now through August 30th to select the rosters that will represent the Atlantic and Gulf divisions at SFC All-Star Weekend, presented by No Rivals in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in October. Vote once per day, with each ballot selecting 2 captains, 2 anglers, and 4 mates from each division, or meets either way. The official teams will be announced at the conclusion of the regular season in September. We know there's a lot to choose from, but we want you to build your dream team. Just scan that QR code right now. Laura McDowell looking for her shot at the title. We'll see if she's on there. These are the updates as we look at them on the Atlantic side of things. Carmichael Birch, a couple of captains there. Pick your favorites. We're seeing a lot of Lights Out Boston fans.
3 Carmichaels, 3 Bostonians.
Yeah, and it's Casey. Jackie didn't even get the pick on that one. It was Casey looking for that. Now we look over to the Gulf side. Danny Wads and Blake Bridges on the captain side. Marty likes to party Jacelyn Berth a lot. And again, the mates, there are so many of them and so many that have that opportunity to be picked. But only 4 will get their shot at All-Star Weekend. Welcome back inside our SFC studios here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's only befitting. How you doing? East Texas girl, Texas guy, and a Southern boy, Southern Florida. Johnny No Cash, Peter Miller. All right, your picks for the All-Star. I know you had some preconceived notions before we started doing these. Have they changed at all lately?
You know, they really haven't. I'm sticking to my guns on these, and I've already done my Atlantic picks. So, guys, let's go into my Gulf picks. And so for captains, I'm going to go ahead and go with Drake Sawyer with the Third Coast Renegades, and I'm going to go with Blake Bridges with the Gulf Coast Cowboys.
Okay, that makes some good sense, Petey. Your thoughts on what she did? And I mean, there's no right, no wrong, but
yeah,
y'all aren't going to tell
me. It's really hard to chime in on it because they're all so good, and everyone has their great days, and then it boils down to the anglers and the mates, how everything transitions, and sometimes everything goes right, and sometimes it doesn't. So maybe they don't get voted in because of a bad tournament, but overall, they're all really good. Very democratic here, yes, I know.
The thing I mentioned you did not pick was the defending Zane Grey champion. Spencer was not on there, and they're leading this tournament. You may want to reevaluate. The fans may have their choice here in a bit. Let's take a look at the anglers. Who would you pick for anglers then if you had the choice?
Well, I mean, I strictly went off of this season, but I mean, like you said, the Lone Stars are kicking butt this time. But okay, back to anglers. We have Garrett Frazier with the Third Coast Renegades, and then I picked Jocelyn Berthelot with the Louisiana Canyons.
I think you can't go wrong there, Petey. I mean, you can't, can you? I mean,
they're all strong picks. Honestly, you could pick them all, and I wouldn't be surprised at anything you said. I'd be like, well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like it.
G Money's he's been tough to beat, but yeah, there are a lot there. Richter scale might say something there. All right, mates wise, who's your favorite mates? Because that's really too hard to pick from.
Oh, this was actually a fun one. And so I picked Justin Sparky DeLesses with Third Coast Renegades, and then Nick Becker, the Gulf Coast Cowboys, Garrett Schluter with the Mississippi Blues, and Roberto Feliquez with the Texas Lone Stars. Always love when y'all say Roberto.
Yeah, Robbie loves that. He loves rolling those R's.
You like chamois too, though, don't you?
I like them all, man. Anybody that can rig and get stuff ready and catch fish and do 5 things at once, like an octopus, maybe 8 things at once. That's the guy I want on my team.
Those truly are the guys that don't get enough credit. I mean, you see the guy reeling in the fish, but what did it take to get to that point? The guys that are doing all the work are the behind-the-scenes dudes.
You're right. And, talking about the Lone Stars, we've got some things happening there in the Texas Lone Stars as we speak.
Yeah, 6:30 last night, they were tearing it up. You heard them mentioning about what happened earlier in the day, but this would be their first blue marlin of the tournament. Brian Richter. Yeah, I love those big splashes.
Trying to get in position for the camera, not easy. Especially at the end of the day when you're kind of not necessarily expecting a blue marlin. It didn't look like a big one. It looked like just the right size, manageable size from first glance.
And this was the afternoon. You see the sun is getting a little lower and lower. They would catch one a little bit later. But to get this blue in a world of sails and whites, it is massive.
Yeah, and you can see him holding the rod with one hand. That shows you that he doesn't have a lot of heat on the fish, not a lot of drag on the fish. Getting that teaser and that dredge out of the way. It got a little tangle right there on one of the squids. Got to shake it off. You got to dust yourself off. Richter's no stranger to blue marlin behind the boat there and having a really good hookup percentage.
Right here.
Again, this is their backyard, along with the Third Coast Renegades, Texas Lone Stars. This is where they cut their teeth on all their bill fishing experiences.
And he got all 3 this year already at this point. A blue marlin coming into this weekend, 4 whites, 8 sails. So this would double his count of blue marlin for the season in the first 3 tournaments. And I think there were
Jimmy on the camera.
When they're like 8 fish caught up to this point, but they've all been sails and whites. To get this, I mean, 4.5, you know, those other.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. This is the needle in the haystack where everyone's getting the schools of sailfish and these stray, you know, whites. You know, right now, I mean, we have such a wide range. We have 18 sailfish, 6 whites, and 4 blues thus far, and this is the first for them on day 1. Just goes to show you that the sailfish are schooling up a little bit and they're getting multiple bites, and you've just got to make them count.
Yeah, the 5-to-1 ratio right now between sails and blues. So yeah, this is huge. And out of the 4 blue marlin caught, this team's caught 3 of them. So you got to look at it that way. This is the one that got us started.
That's the best thing you could ever hear when someone says little blue. You know, it's really hard to determine, you know, when they come up in that sunset on that teaser and you see the tip of the dorsal cut, it could be anything at that moment unless it really comes up and it's obvious. But there's times where a sailfish just pops its dorsal up and it's just a little tip, and it looks like sometimes a baby blue, and then the white can do the same, but you know, when it's all said and done, you can tell shortly thereafter, confirm that in those calmer waters that it's indeed a blue marlin. By the way, it's showing itself jumping and blasting through the water. Sailfish cannot do that. They don't have that body mass, they don't have that power, and the white marlin, very, very different.
Your heart pump a little different too when you know it's a higher point paid fish, or do you just look at them all the same?
Your heart's pumping much harder because you know that this is 4.5 fish. They got the touch right there, so they got the 450. Now it's just time for us to get another shot of it for the viewers at home. The viewers here at the desk. Oh, that's the perfect size.
Fun size.
It's like an 80-pounder. Not 70. It's got to be 80.
You're pretty good at guessing weight.
I mean, you're going 186 right now, right?
Pretty solid, a little under that. But yeah, I mean, within 5 pounds.
See? I just caught you and hung you by your feet at the dock. Look at him stretching his arm out. He's got the good forearm grip. He's got old man strength. Look at that. Get him, Richter. Perfect. That is the miniest blue I think we've seen ever.
This, yeah, on SFC, I think you're right.
Little boy blue, because he, you know.
And they all count the same. 450 points.
That's a little one. That's a male.
I would ask you how you know it's a male.
It's because he's ornery. He's angry. Small.
Yeah.
Females just grow up so quickly.
Yeah, females
they get real big, 450 pounds, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I'm going to 800. Let's do it. Because normally you see a big blue marlin, you're like, oh, that's a big girl, right? You see a little one, somehow it's a boy. It's a male.
Do they, this is going to be a Peter's fun fact. I wonder if they... There's a wrap. Do they birth at different times of the year or throughout the year?
I don't. Yeah, I really don't know. There's a migration. Look at that.
I'll get back to you.
That's beautiful, perfect size. That could be mistaken for a lot of different fish when a fish like that comes up in the spread.
Nice. Good job, guys. Good job, Brian.
Yeah, I've caught a sailfish bigger than that. I have.
Look at that, the sunsetter, huh?
Yeah, and then we get another one before the sun would actually set. Hey, it's the Gulf Division. We expected big fish. Well, that was the right size. Those were big numbers. That is a 450 pointer. All 6 teams are looking fish exactly like that one.
You'll never ever find somebody do it like me.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
Built for heat and sun. Designed by experience.
Here it goes.
Battle-tested solutions for the fearless. Enetic. Comfort in chaos.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Rep your favorite angling club and official gear, team gear from the SFC Fan Shop. Shop SFC Apparel, new angling club merchandise, and the latest headwear from No Rivals. Show your team pride all season long. You can shop now at shop.sportfishingchampionship.com. A lot of people checking out some of that new gear. Like, might want to rep your Mississippi Blues or even Rhode Island Breakers. Might have some fans down here down south. You know you got some Third Coast Renegades, another Texas team doing well. We saw them doing well last night just before dark in the 7 o'clock hour, almost 7:30. They would get hooked up.
Jack's right as the angler there on the Third Coast Renegades. Another sunsetter.
Looking for multiples too. You see them working that other line around. To this point, Drake Beasley with a sailfish release. Kevin Billings with a sailfish release. A couple of them. Now Dax with his shot at the title. Power reeling. I heard them mention a sail.
Any pressure, y'all?
Move ahead in time there. Again, keeping that leverage down, a little more down and dirty than we saw that power reeling just a moment ago, Peter. But
Almost looked like he might already had the release based on him kind of his hand in front of the spool there.
Yeah, and thumbing that reel a little bit.
Kind of cupping it a little bit.
Yeah. And the odd part about it, I think it's a sail.
This is a white marlin for Dax.
How do you know? We hadn't seen it.
Because I saw the dorsal fin pop out of there.
You're
just
lying.
Popped right out and right into the sunlight.
In the sun, I was in the golden hour. How did you?
There it is again. Unmistakable.
That's why he's won 3 world titles.
Yeah. World Sailfish Shop can identify white marlin too.
In the glare of the sun, we fished probably 50% of our days staring straight into it. No wonder we're wearing glasses.
Love those early morning bites and late afternoon. don't know what it is, but
confidence builders. You know, you start your program and you get it right first thing in the morning, and then you end it with some fish right before it gets dark, when the fish kind of slow down big time.
Back in the day, looking in the newspaper, seeing when the fish were supposed to bite, you know, by the
moon phases in the tide.
Right.
Yeah. And it's generally pretty close to what they write.
Pretty close. He said
Don't try to curb my enthusiasm.
That's who you remind me of, Larry David.
Perfect.
Nice job. That was a white marlin by Tex, right? It didn't take long. They would get hooked up again. And that's how you get it done. That's a 100-point fish. Again, when you catch a sails worth 75, whites are worth 100, you get a blue marlin, even if it was a small one. Like we saw out of our team prior, it's 450 points. Nobody looks to be hooked up right now. I expect that to change here very quickly.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Jill. Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, date 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
To fish like the pros, you've got to look like the pros. Gear up with official Sport Fishing Championship apparel and represent your favorite angling club all year long, including the brand new No Rivals hats. The SFC Fan Shop, for the fans who live the sport. Scan the QR code and shop the latest gear today.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those too.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
There's yellow.
Discover heart-racing adventures, breathtaking views, and one-of-a-kind experiences that can only be found through the SFC experience on Guidesley and Guidesley Pro. From unforgettable days on the water to unique outdoor excursions, Guidesley makes it easy to find and how to book it all. You can go to sfcexperiences.com to find your next outdoor experience. We saw that out of Sarah Burke. She got dialed in with the redfish catch.
Serotonin.
That's her new nickname, Serotonin.
You're welcome, Sarah.
What questions do we have? We have people hitting us up. They're wondering, why are they wearing cowboy hats on set? Was that in there?
Because why wouldn't we wear cowboy hats on set? That's what I have to say to them.
Welcome to Texas.
All right, guys. The first question is favorite country song. This is kind of fun, on theme.
Mind the Dance by Garth Brooks.
Well, I don't know if it's a country song, but they always like The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
That's
he was
a
looking for
country
a soul
song.
to steal.
He was in a bind. He was way behind.
He was willing to make a deal.
Yes, he was.
There's hickory stumps. There's all kinds of stuff going on in that thing. Feels country to me.
Well, I want to. Thank you.
Yours? What's yours?
I like to get my shine on.
Oh, really?
We knew that.
Oh, yeah, Brian Kelly. That's one of his lines in his song, correct?
It's a lifestyle at this point. Let me tell you
Can
guys.
you give me a verse on it?
Next question.
A few bars, if you would, please.
What about favorite country singer?
I would still go back to Garth Brooks for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Brian Kelly. Wink.
Okay, piggyback off mine. I'm gonna say George Strait or Marty Robbins. I'm gonna throw it back classic. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to not like George Strait in the States.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Marty likes to fish too. I think I got buddies that are friends with his as well. So yeah.
Marty, he's still alive. Marty Robbins?
No, I'm saying the Marty. Buddies with it.
Not Marty likes to party.
Yeah. Now Marty.
Garth Brooks loves to fish. He's all about fishing. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen.
Have y'all
he was
gone
sponsored
together?
by Costa.
He was
back in the day
from Stillwater. So I mean, not much ocean up there.
Okay.
You don't need much ocean to get out to the ocean. You can just get there.
Okay, another question is: have y'all ever fished Texas waters offshore?
Yeah, I have. I did around Port Aransas with my buddy Kelly Jordan, KJ.
Yeah, I've been right on that border there, catching the red snapper and the cobia and all those delicious eating fish and catching some tunas nearby, but never left from the coast of Texas, but ventured into the Texas waters.
Okay, nice.
And you're looking good at that. You gave the deal.
I didn't even know that was coming. I just looked over. I'm like, who's that guy? I'm like, oh, it's the good
Captain Bill Cannon was also the other guy that I went out there with KJ. Yesterday at 7:49, again, starting to get dark. We know that things were starting to fire up. This time, it was the first catch for Mississippi Blues of this tournament. We need them to get on a roll. They need to get on a roll, and Garrett Schluter did just that.
Double rodding. The Schluter's got the double rods.
Schluty.
Okay, drag's ripping right there. Tuna tube's empty. Almost 8 p.m.
There we go, white marlin. That's back-to-back whites that we've seen. We saw it with Dax Wright, and now with Garrett has one.
The wind laid down, the bite turned on, the guys found their spots, they're marking a lot of fish, and then started to make the bites count. As a captain, to yell down, hey, we're going over a pack. There they are, 180 feet back. Here they come, and then they don't eat. That's very defeating, and this is not the case here. Fish came up, ate, and taking care of business on the Mississippi Blues.
Got to insert that song in there. Taking care of business. Do it each time. I said that to Eric, our producer. I said, you know that song, When the Sun Goes Down? You remember that one? I said, that's when it seemed to be turning on yesterday, when the sun started going down. I think it was Kitty Chesney.
Yeah, I got y'all a hat better than his. Better shape at least, not the taco special.
Yeah.
Judas Priest.
Oh, there.
Thank you, let it go.
I heard it, I was wrong. They're using a turtle box?
Everybody now.
I know the Lone Stars are. Speaking of that, where's our commissioner? I've been looking for my turtle.
Turn the music down.
I like that too, I want one. Or 3, yeah.
Hey,
already.
Putting the heat on it.
They do. It is cool how these guys can just sit there and jam, because this is the time they're thinking about dinner, having a cocktail. But hey, let me go ahead and get this 100 points before then.
The days can grow very long without some kind of amenities nearby.
Yep.
A lot of music obviously doesn't affect the fish. I've seen some inshore fishermen that do not like to have music, which I know is 2 different types of fishing, but offshore, for example, I guess obviously it's not going to bother.
You know, the thing with cranking music, yes, I believe some songs, some acoustics work really well, but here we have, you know, a white marlin right now. We know it's a white marlin, and this is a big deal, you know, to end the day with something like this. Garrett Schluter with the white, they got the leader, that's 100 points. But getting back to the music, sometimes you want to hear the subtleties. Look at that beautiful white with a lit up tail. Those tails get kind of white. The fight's not too long, they get to the boat. A couple more nice jumps for good measure, just to prove it to everybody. Sometimes the little subtleties of a clip popping, right? That's very important to hear. And if you don't hear things like that, you don't see it. If you kind of let down your guard, you will pay the price of potentially missing a fish. There they go. They've got them. They're just seeing all the jumps and having some fun with it. It's just about dinner time for them. It's dinner time for the white marlin. Perfect dorsal shot, voice crack, everything, all in one. Wow, even the underwater lights are on.
All right. Good job, dude. All right, let's get the baits out. Good job, Captain. Good job, Bubbles. All right.
Good job.
Stank.
Got the stank off the boat again.
Check off that box. A white has been caught. Mississippi Blues, that's 100 points. I feel the slam coming. The slam's just right around the corner.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China,
Afghanistan,
Taliban,
they're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Port Aransas.
There's a reason why people fill truck beds. Try viral hacks. Find shade. Use outdoor fridges. Garage fridges. Freezers too. Oops. And there's a reason why our mountains turn blue when your beer is ready. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer. Coors Light. Cold as the Rockies.
Texas Billfish Open is sponsored by the Nature Conservancy, conserving the land and waters on which all life depends. By Guidesley, Exotic Outdoors, and by Benchmade Knife Company. The fourth stop of 6 of the Gulf Division here on Sport Fishing Championship. We're in Port Aransas. The Texas Billfish Open presented by No Rivals. 6 angling clubs out on the water. We're only at the halfway point of our championship season. A season that's been dominated by the Third Coast Renegades. They're currently 3rd in championship points for this tournament. But last night, we were talking about how things are starting to get hot, and another Texas team was hot. That was the Texas Lone Stars, and look how dark it was getting.
Boy. That is 8:05 p.m. You got Richter on the stick there once again. What a cowboy, one hand in it right there.
And how often do you actually, the camera makes things look brighter than they actually are, you know it? I mean, because they can iris up a little bit. So I have a feeling, even though it looks dark here, it was probably darker to the naked eye.
I believe it, I believe it. And this is Richter once again. He got a blue marlin earlier in the evening at 6:35 p.m. And this is an 8:05 p.m. fish for him, Brian Richter, again on the rod. You can hear the line crackling off. Or it's crackling onto the dredge reel, getting those teasers out of the way, starting to make their approach, making the turn, but that fish is still ripping drag, and that tells you a little something as you watch it. This isn't your average fish. It's not, most likely, a sailfish.
And up until this point, they only had one fish, but that was the right kind, that small blue.
Whether the blue's 50 pounds or 800 pounds, it all counts for 450 points. So the best case scenario is the 50, 75 pounder like they caught earlier. Or, you know, that's really what you want. You make quick work of it and you put the baits back out and you're right back at it. big fish, it's tough to redeploy bait. See the sunset through the clouds there on the horizon?
Yeah, they were
right here. I don't know if it's the same fish or not.
If he's got a large belly, it could be his fish, but you see it, so a free jumper. No, I don't think it's his fish because there's no way he'd be over there. Oh, maybe he is. It's off the bow of the boat. He's spinning hard to get out of the way.
But they were second guessing and said, hey, I saw a fish over here. I don't know if it's the same
fish.
one.
He had a big belly in there and it went under the bow of the boat and they're spinning out. That was his fish.
That's my guy.
That's Roberto. It's really fun to say his name.
Ares.
This is a fish that you want to get to as fast as you can. As we know, there's one shot at that leader, and if you touch it after you've already identified it, you're good to go. So you really want that touch if you can get him. So you have to try. But right there, you know that's another small blue marlin, like a tiny, tiny blue marlin, almost like a breeding ground for the blues. You asked about that, but as you see this, you're seeing the sails, the whites, and these tiny blues. It makes you think like they're migrating through, or that this is the area where this happens. There's spots up in Stuart, Florida in the summer where it's sailfish and they're mating and they're all over the surface finning around, and you can catch 10, 11 in a day. You go down to Miami, it doesn't happen there. It happens 100 miles to the north.
Yeah,
he's a cowboy. He's like a gunslinger. He's got the one-hander,
Yeah, hey, you hold on to a bull with one hand, right? Why not?
Robbie, I'm wearing this hat. I've not hung on to any
Oh,
bullets.
absolutely. Hey, I hit my Google up and it said, no, blue marlin do not spawn throughout the entire year. They have specific spawning windows.
For you to say.
Depending on the region, water temperature, and ocean current. So yeah, right place, right time. We're near these new birthers.
There's migration areas. When you go to the Dominican Republic, you rarely catch a big fish. You get to St. Thomas, you start getting lunkers. You get to Madeira, and all of a sudden it's lunker central. So you've got your residents, then you've got your migratory blues. There he is. Oh man, that literally is the smallest blue we've ever seen, yet the most point precious.
Cameraman aboard the Texas Lone Stars, and again, they were going neck and neck with the West Coast Black Flags. Black Flags had more numbers of catches up to this point.
Look at that. I mean, I'm talking 50 pounds on this one.
But you're looking at 9 white marlin have to be caught to equal the 2 blues that they had.
All right, 60 pounds, maybe.
Keep it up, Bobby. You got it.
When you see those little dolphins hanging around the lagoons, that just reminds me of one of them little dolphins.
You know, Robbie, when we talked about it yesterday, and they were running, and you said, Peter, like, what do you think? They ran all this way, everyone was fishing already, and they were running. They ran to another spot, they didn't get them, and then all of a sudden they're running again, and I said, they've got to find their right water. They know something, they have some intel. They've fished these spots for a very, very long time, and they put it all together, and they found what they needed to find, and that was the needle in the haystack. Not one needle, not 2 needles.
Yeah.
They continued on.
Yeah, yesterday, 6:35 and 8:05 would be their qualified catches, so an hour and a half window. But as you mentioned, that was 7 hours roughly after they took off, yesterday at 11.
He's on the leader, 450 right there. Blue marlin for the Texas Lone Stars, not 1 but 2 for Richter, and it's 8:05 p.m.
That day and the number to the GPS.
You tell him, Roberto. You tell him. Petey, we're running out of time here on our YouTube hour, but we have more to show you. We have live look right now.
Black Flags is hooked up.
Yep, Black Flags are hooked up. We also haven't even talked about the fish at the end of the day yesterday. Make sure you join us on ESPN at the top of the hour, ESPN Plus. Follow us. We'll find out. Maybe they can get this fish in for Black Flags to move up higher on the leaderboard.
Yeah, Robbie, and when it boils down to it and you're fishing in your own backyard, you have a lot of things to choose from. You know almost too much, but there's times where you've got to make those moves. You get to an area, we talked about it yesterday, you think their fish are going to be there. They're not there. You've got to pick it up and you've got to move. You got to get to the next spot and ultimately try to find those fish before the day ends, and that's exactly what the Lone Stars did.
Well, we see them catching fish as the day progresses. We'll expect to see more. We've got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We make the move over to ESPN Plus right now. Somebody's hooked up, and I do also want to talk about a slam we haven't talked about. One of our teams did just that. Find out who in just a bit.
These waters provide for our communities, for our families, for our fish and shrimp and oysters, for nature. Let us then protect them. For all of us, for generations.
At Bayou Classic, we believe the best memories are made outdoors, where adventure sparks connection and the best meal is a story shared around the fire. Whether you're grilling with friends at the campsite, cooking up a feast on the bayou, or frying your family's favorites in your own backyard, our outdoor cooking products are built to bring people together. Cook like an original with Bayou Classic.
This is an official presentation of Sport Fishing Championship.